Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Scorpio. I'm going to use these oracle cards for the overall energy this week. The overall energy for Scorpio. Yeah, see, taking steps. A lot of people are getting this energy. Taking the necessary steps, someone's intentions. Some of you aren't going to budge or give in to someone until things either go to the next level. That's what I'm feeling with this energy for you. Yeah, I see joyous, fun, the energy. So it's an energy of someone who isn't quite sure what someone's intentions are, whether they just want to have fun or get together, or whether they want something more. But you do have fun coming in. Yeah, it's all about taking the necessary steps, because I feel like you're on a particular path here. But if you're not sure of what someone's intentions are, there's going to be some sort of achievement, something you want to achieve. So there is going to be an event. Now, it doesn't have to be a great achievement or something, but it does look like a big event. I do see fun, but not sure what someone's real intentions are. Like if they just want to have fun. Yeah, there's some things that need to be figured out. Ooh, you've got the loving man. There's an offer, an invitation, an opportunity of some kind here. The wheels are turning in someone's head here too. See a lot of Wheel of Fortune energy in coming out of this. But it's about a lot of fun. Yeah, the loving man. Someone's in their feels here. Has to do with someone's intentions, the honorable path. See, some of you may be not sure if someone's intentions are honorable enough, or vice versa, but it looks like this person, they're in their feelings. This is the calling card, the dating card in one way, because it is someone coming over a lot of obstacles and challenges to make something happen. So it has to do with the honoring path, someone's intentions, if they're honorable. Yeah, or if it's someone just want to have fun or just looking for attention. But I feel they're honorable. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and we got the loving woman. See, it's both of you, not really sure whether it's just, it's about being fun. And I do feel with this energy, it's kind of whatever it is you're hoping to achieve. But there is going to be some sort of event here. This is where things are going to get going. So I feel the intentions are love, connecting, giving each other attention. But yeah, it's all about whose intentions are what here. Let's have a look at taking steps. Hold on here. The card went flying. Yeah, and I do see a King of Pentacles. It's someone who's been this person's stable. And they are someone who's been planning and preparing. It's what they're hoping to achieve. Ooh. Wow. Let's have a look at this joyous fun. It looks like a fun occasion. It definitely looks like a fun occasion here, Scorpio. Yeah, masculine or feminine. I do see someone here who's definitely single. So I do see having fun. I see two people looking out for each other, or for themselves, but it has to do with stability. Someone's definitely single. Yeah, some of you may have a couple of opportunities, and I do feel getting a lot of attention. See, intention, but someone's getting a lot of attention suddenly. Just be careful of someone who just wants to be single. Okay, that's the only thing, where someone just wants to have fun, but they just want to be single. So it's what you're hoping to achieve, and I feel taking the necessary steps. Yeah, I see a person I see someone working, they take care of themselves. So someone here is enjoying the fruits of their labor, but it has to do with putting in effort. It's about building. It's about making someone a priority. Someone's work has always been a priority too, I see it. But just be careful if you've got getting a lot of attention from people, that someone here really just wants to have fun. Okay? And that they just really want to be single. So just watch for that. Yeah. Yeah. You're about to receive. This is the start of something new. See, being open to new. It's more than likely someone who wasn't putting in effort. They just wanted to have fun. They wanted to be single. So, yeah, if you want to be single, fine, be single. I'm out of here. You got opportunity coming in. You're going to achieve a goal here. The feminine, the divine feminine. Yeah, you know your worth. Like I say, to me, it looks like you've walked away. You're not giving in to someone. And I do feel this person's kind of that way too. So this looks like something you're leaving behind, because here's the new. Yeah, someone else's. You're getting a lot of attention, I feel. Yeah. Yeah. Who is this loving man? Let me just focus on it. Oh, the cards want to fly out for you like crazy. I really, really like to I like to think about what it is I want to know here. Tell me about the loving man. Yeah, they're just coming out. There we go. Yeah, some of you have been waiting. Now, some of you feel the ship has sailed for someone. I can see it. But I see expansion. Somebody is going through this expansion. So I feel like you're waiting for something. Yeah, you got new coming in. Yeah, waiting for something new. Well, you don't have to wait too long. I feel like you're going to start getting a lot of attention. Yeah, and I do feel like you got someone here where the grass is greener on the other side. If they don't get what they want from you, they'll get it from somewhere else. That's what I feel like why you're not going to budge and give in to someone. Yeah, interesting. Tell me about the honoring path. Yeah, I see the spark of something new. There's an attraction, desire. So there's definitely a spark here. See, it's waiting for the one, waiting for the right person. Sometimes when I feel if you've been dealing with a person who doesn't put any effort in, or they want you to do all the work, whatever the situation, and they, where you realize they just want to be single. Yeah, and I feel like it's waiting for the right person, focusing on work, just waiting for the one. So that's why I feel it's all about the right person, the one. Someone who gives you a lot of attention. I feel like you got someone who didn't give you a lot of attention, only when they wanted something. Yeah, you got a date coming in. See, dating and courting. Yeah, tell me about the loving woman. Yeah, see, I feel like some of you got a few things going on. There's events, getting together, gathering. You're getting a lot of attention. It could be online, or off, or in your community. But this is somebody, I feel, who has honorable intentions. One of these people's intentions are honorable. One of these people, their intentions isn't, and there could be more coming in. I see a lot of dating, courting, getting a lot of attention. Yeah, big time here. Yeah, there's somebody new, somebody quite high vibrational, but this is being open to new, and this is about receiving what it is that you want here. So there is going to be some kind of great achievement here, that you're going to achieve something. Yeah, you want love here. See, it's about love. You're being open, letting people know you're open and available. And this message has been coming out for about a month or so, really hard. And it's for the feminine to be emotionally open and available. If someone doesn't you're putting in a lot of effort. But it's like you got someone who wants you to do the work. They're more focused on their work. So this is kind of where I feel like you're doing it. You're looking out for yourself here. Yeah, I think you got a person who just wanted to be single. Yeah, their work is priority. They weren't making you a priority, so you're making you a priority. You're loving yourself first here, you see. That's what I feel. And I do feel like you're being open and available. And here comes all this attention. Yeah. Yeah, it's out with the old, in with the new. See, you're making a decision, a judgment. It's about releasing this and being open to new. So I do think you're making a good decision, because it is also healing, self-healing, self-care. You're looking out for you, but you got new. So let's have a look. I do see a Leo. I do see a Sagittarius. Someone who's attractive, I feel. There's somebody who's kind of attractive. There's desire, but it's about the one. That's what you're hoping to achieve, is the one, the right person. And I do think you're going to have some opportunities for sure. But it's interesting because I'm seeing there's definitely a Sag energy. a Leo energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, there could be more than one sign here, but I definitely feel there's going to be an event. And it's an achievement. What you're achieving is not budging and giving in, literally walking away. See, this is where you're going. You're going down this path. You are taking the necessary steps because that's where you're headed, the Golden Palace. And you're not going to budge in. This is someone who keeps you stuck and single. So this is basically the Empress energy. You're heading towards the Golden Palace. See you later. That's how I feel, because it's someone who just wants to have fun. But you can see this person's sneaky. They're up to something. And I do think you're going to see that. See, it's someone whose intentions were not honorable. But it's the new person coming in. And you're going to apply that to this too, because this person, you manifested someone new. Yeah, I do see Sagittarius, Leo, maybe a couple. Sag energies, Leo. You're being a water sign. Mind you, you do have Mars energy, so you're just attracting what you want here. You're very much open. I see offers, opportunities, invitations, getting together, gathering. There's good news. Yeah, see, waiting. Someone here has been expanding their horizons. You have a person here who is expanding their horizons when it comes to finances. They've achieved some goals. So it's a person who's kind of ready for something new. And I feel that's yourself too. But this Six of Wands is planning, preparing, hoping for the best. Yeah, you got someone here who's having romantic thoughts. Someone's preparing themselves for romance here. Yeah, you could receive a little gift. And some of you are going to kind of reminisce, because you're going to reminisce about this, but you're making a decision to leave it behind. You're shedding and releasing it. Out with the old, in with the new. Beautiful energy. Yeah. I feel like you got a person who just kept you stuck and single. They weren't putting in a lot of effort. Work was their priority. You weren't a priority. Yeah. You didn't feel important to this person. And you're probably not wrong there. But I feel this Six of Cups here. Yeah. See, taming the beast. See, being strong, being confident. You got a person here who's definitely that Leo. You got a lot of Leo and Sag energy around you, and possibly a Cancer, Pisces, or another Scorpio. But, ooh, I like this energy. Yeah, see, there's an energy of interest. Some of you got multiple interests, but it's about being strong and confident, being brave. I see a lot of kindness, compassion. I do think you could have somebody here that maybe you've dated before, maybe asking for forgiveness. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like you've lost interest in someone. That's where I feel like you're taming the beast within yourself. The beast within yourself, you're no longer giving. I get it. Yeah, but that's your own inner strength. I see. Yeah, I see opportunity too. See, there's multiple opportunities. It's someone who knows a good thing when they see it. So you knowing your worth and value. This is about being the Empress. Yeah. So there's definitely an energy of 3 here at least. I just feel like you're going to be getting a lot of attention. Some of these may not go the distance, and you might lose interest or just not be interested. But there is someone who's very interested. And it's about cooperating, compromising the things you have in common. It's about 2 people building each other up, spending time together, doing things together. So there's somebody who really wants someone to spend time with, to do things with. And I do think you've lost interest in someone because they didn't want to do anything with you. So this is your path you're going down. See, you're taking the necessary steps. Tell me about the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so more Sag energy. It's just energy, but it's energy of taking a step back. See, somebody here, it's about whether someone's your type or not. And it is about your type. So this is where you want to pay attention to the type of people you're attracting. Okay? Yeah, some of these might feel off, but I see a little test, someone reaching out, a little test. One of these may not go the distance, and one of them may. And it doesn't mean it's not the Sag. Like I say, I do see a Leo energy. You could have someone who lacks confidence too. I wouldn't be surprised, but generally I feel like you're attracting fairly confident people. Yeah. Tell me about Temperance. I just want to see. I don't want to call it till I feel sure. Yeah. So there is someone here who may not be your type. You may walk away. But what's so interesting, the person that you're going to connect with, I feel the person, the loving man and the woman, you're both of your intentions. See, you both have honorable intentions. And you may have someone here, and I definitely feel someone up here who's not. And it's what you're both looking for. Someone compatible, someone who wants to do stuff with, spend time with. So you got two people with honorable intention, and somebody here who may not be such honorable intention. So just really watch. If it feels off, it probably is. I do feel like you could walk away from someone, but I have to, and it has to do with lack of compatibility with a couple people. But I do think there is going to be a strong connection. And I do think it's something that can go somewhere. It's what you're searching for. See, it's two people searching for the same thing. Common ground, compatibility. Someone who's willing to do things together, spend time. Two people who build each other up. Someone who comes in just right. So there could be someone here who's not quite right. They may not have the best intentions. It doesn't mean they're dishonorable, but it's often people who just come in when they want attention. And that's what I feel like you're leaving behind here. Someone who you only hear from them when they want attention. And then when you want it, they walk away. So it's telling you to look at that. Because justice is here, harmony and balance, being fair. Somebody who knows what they want, they come in right. Yeah, tell me about justice. Yeah. See, some of you got something that won't go to the next level. Anyone who tries to take things to the next level, the physical, before you've spent time together to see if you're compatible, you'll likely walk away, or someone will. Yeah. Often it's people who the grass is always greener on the other side, right? But I feel here this is about two people coming together. You're going to connect with someone here. One of these people you're going to connect with. Yeah. One of these isn't going to go the distance. It's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, and one of these could. It's about someone being emotionally available. And I do feel some of you, your type, are generally emotionally unavailable. So it's telling you to look at that. If your type has been emotionally unavailable, you want to watch for the person who's emotionally available. Someone who's not afraid of, sharing some feelings. Don't expect too much too fast. On some of these are like first dates. But I do see a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here too. Yeah, somebody who's sincere. They kind of take it slow. Slow and steady wins the race. But it's about looking for sincerity in someone's intentions. Yeah, you got a person who might want to take it slow. Yeah, there you are. See, it's reflecting on the past. This person could be similar to another person. You could have this person come back in looking for attention because you broke free. You're getting a lot of attention from other people. But it's about you being strong and leaving this person in the past where they belong, because it's where you're going. Yeah, see, it's putting yourself out there. You're moving towards emotional fulfillment. I see a large gathering, a lot of people getting large and small gatherings. I see you spending time with someone who'll take you out and introduce you to their friends. So one of these is going to go to the next level. It's a step by step, the necessary steps. And that's what it's telling you to look at, the steps someone takes to spend time with you. Are they emotionally available? Are they mature? Do they consider your feelings, your emotions, how you feel? You could have a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn coming in as well. Some of you could have a Virgo who comes in. Or maybe, I do see Virgo. But it is somebody who I feel focuses more on their money, who may not be a priority. So that may not go anywhere. It's someone who kind of drags their feet. Or it's just a person you've been dealing with. Yeah. Could be somebody who's kind of introverted. But I feel like you got people who are kind of out there, like This is just like a whole new adventure, I feel. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun regardless. Yeah, I do see long-term stability, getting together with people. Yeah, I see long-term stability, feeling safe and secure. Nice. Yeah, but I'm going to be honest. I feel like you're going to be sitting on this fence kind of between two worlds for a bit. I'm just going to go back to this. It's telling you to watch the people who come in right. Now, someone who comes in right will date you and court you. They'll put in effort. They'll want to build. They'll show you they want to build. They'll give you little gifts. They'll give you flowers. They'll show you that they like you. See, someone who gives gifts. So the person might come in who may not be the most emotional, but they may give you a lot of gifts and do really nice things. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, I see you getting a lot of attention new, but it's about planning, preparing, and hoping for the best. Kind of just wait and see. I feel like you're hopeful, but I do think this person is. Yeah, so somebody who has a lot of pride. They take pride in the things they do. They can have a bit of an ego. Yeah, but I don't feel anything over the top. There is always healthy ego too. I mean, a person who's confident sometimes has a bit of an ego. Why? Because they've expanded their horizon, they've accomplished some goals, but they're looking for somebody who they're compatible with. So it's telling you to look at that. Look before you leap. Don't just leap into something, because I do see about going down this path. It's about taking risks. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries as well, and this is generally yourself, but like I say, you could have an Aries, somebody who, lives in the moment. See, it's about living the moment, enjoying this time in between. So enjoy this time. Don't pressure somebody. Don't try to rush, because what it's telling you, this time in between, is when you live in the moment, enjoy the time with this person. So it's about enjoying yourself, living in the moment. But you have to see the bigger picture. I feel like you're going to have a lot of good times ahead. I see a lot of good times coming here. And it's that time in between. See, when you connect with someone before you take it to the next level, enjoy that time. Live in that moment. Stop looking ahead. Stop looking at where it's going, okay? Just kind of live in the moment. Doesn't mean ignore any red flags or signs and signals, because it's telling you to look before you leap too. Yeah, see, it's an energy of someone who's generous, where they reciprocate. Someone's going to be very generous. Others of you have someone who might be kind of cheap. So you're going to be watching for all the red flags. Now, anybody, when you first meet someone, sometimes people who've been taken advantage of before are often very careful how much they give. Okay? But it's about giving and receiving, you and another person. I wouldn't be surprised there's little gifts here. Just simple things, little sentimental things. Memories. Yeah, the person who comes in is confident. They have self-control. They're happy to live in the moment, to spend time with you before you take it to the next level. Yeah, don't try to control anything. It's telling you let go of control. Okay, if you are the feminine, let go of control. Hand over the reins. Let them feel like they're in control. Because if you want someone who's masculine, you have to let them feel like they're in control. You're always in control. You can put on the brakes anytime. Okay, so you don't have to, and that's what it's telling you. Let go of control. Let them feel like they're in control. That's what the Empress does. Yeah. See, it's a person, then they start to feel very confident. They feel bold. They have a lot of self-control and self-confidence. Beautiful. Yeah, there's the Pentacle. See, you got a Pentacle. You could get a commitment out of someone here, but it's telling you of what you need to do as the feminine. And if you are the masculine, you have to take the lead. You have to commit and make some kind of a commitment, at least to spend time together, and you have to follow through. Because we have a divine feminine here who will literally seek out other options. If you don't give this person attention, they're going to get it somewhere else, vice versa. Yeah. But there is a beautiful opportunity. It's about taking opportunities that are presented. I see romance. I see giving gifts. I see sentimental energy, kind of keeping it simple at first. Yeah, nothing too heavy, but I just see the energy of cooperating, compromising. Someone who's willing to compromise, and it's about looking at the things you have in common. Both of you need to, if you are dealing with a fire sign, and you do have that energy, Scorpio, let go of control. Okay? If you are the feminine, you got to let go of control. You got to let this person take the reins. This is someone who will pick you up, take you home, all these things. You want to pay attention to this. Yeah, see someone who'll come and pick you up and take you home. They keep you safe. They're concerned, very masculine. If you want a very masculine person, this is how you pay attention to the red flags. They pick you up, take you home. They build a foundation. They keep you safe. Anybody who tries to rush you, if you're not ready, you can do whatever you want here. But like I say, the Empress knows their worth and value. So it's about making good decisions here. Sound judgments. Yeah, two people checking each other out. This is another level of maturity. Somebody who puts the shoe on the other foot, how the other person feels. Always take a little pause and do that, because it is about cooperating, compromising. And I know some of you have compromised a lot in the past. I can see you've sacrificed and never got what you wanted, but you still have to do that. But the right person, see, it's about waiting for the right person to come in. That's another thing, waiting for the right person. The right person waits till someone's ready. So you have to kind of be patient a little here. Yeah. This is people just needing to get prepared, but it's all about the cooperating and compromising. It takes two. Yeah. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. You are going to get some sort of commitment. It is someone who's going to follow through. They'll pick you up and take you home. I see going on a date, but the right person waits. Yeah, some of you have a person who's likely a little shy, and they may make up excuses. Always listen to the story someone tells you. If you have somebody who's too emotional, see, it's all about the balance and the harmony. Somebody who has all the balance, right? Everything balanced. This is often someone who's a little too shy, a little too apprehensive, and often they make up excuse or they tell you a story. It's telling you to watch how it starts, the story. Anybody who comes in and they do this feel sorry for me and they start complaining about their exes and things on a date, that's a red flag. Because it often has someone who has their own best interest at heart. It's the feel sorry for me. Or anyone who starts making up excuses, just let it go. Okay? Just let it go, because it's somebody who isn't ready. Sometimes people think they're ready and they're not. But yeah. And I do think that. And you are going to be comparing one to the other. And it's perfectly natural, a little inner struggle. And some of you might be kind of comparing this to someone who did that. So you're going to be looking at that. The story they tell you, feel sorry for me. Poor me. That is not coming in right. A person who comes in right's left their baggage behind. There's nothing wrong with sharing a little experiences with each other, but there's a right time and a right place. But yeah, if you are comparing one to the other, nothing's going to compare. This one person's masculine, but they're also emotionally mature. They're very balanced. So they like to feel like they're in control. They like to look out for you, Yeah, so there's that little moment where you're going to have some aha moments. See, win or lose, you got a person who's determined to succeed. They're willing to cooperate and compromise. But it's both of you. Just don't try to rush someone or control them into making a commitment, because if you do, you'll get excuses. Yeah, but you are going to get a commitment from one of these people. If you want it, you don't have to accept it. But this is a person who's stable, reliable. See, it's about two people who long-term stability. They're there for each other when they're needed. And it could be someone here. And I feel kind of as this goes too, see, introduced to friends and family, somebody who fits in that social circle. Yeah, fitting in with the friends and family. This is nice because I do feel you're going to have a few dates with someone here. You're going to have a few dates, but I see you dating multiple people. And then at some point here, you're going to be comparing them to the person you left behind, or one to the other. One of these isn't going to compare. Nothing is going to compare to this one person because they're mature. and they're emotionally available, but they're not somebody who's overly emotional or is ruled by their emotions, where it's over the top. Depends what you want. So there you go. I'm wishing you the best here. And I know some of you, it's all what you have to do. Those of you who don't really have anything around, things are stagnant. You've got to be open. You've got to let people know you're open and available. If it isn't working on online dating, get out in the real world. And be social. Let people know you're available. Let go of your ego. When you let go of the ego and the pride and let people know you're available, that's where it all starts to come in. Yeah, I do see egos and prides here, definitely. But like I say, I feel like you're going to find balance. Yeah, you are going to have conflicts with some people. There'll be conflicting personalities. There'll be some highs and lows. But if you find that somebody hears, and I do see someone who makes up excuses, just let it go. Don't waste your time with those people. Okay? So it's all about overcoming conflicts too. The right person is willing to compromise to overcome conflicts. But don't leave the drama behind. And that's what I feel. I feel like you're going to have someone who comes in and creates drama. Or maybe that's what you've dealt with. Yeah. See conflicts, conflicting personalities. Yeah. And there could be someone here that you have trouble with and they start making up excuses, or they come back in and apologize, and then the same thing happens. So I feel you've had a lot of experiences here. Yeah. Just don't, see somebody with victim mentality. Watch out for that victim mentality. It is the feel sorry for me. Somebody who comes in and does this, they're always the victim. So be conscious of people who are like that. Okay, where they create the problems and then play the victim. And you could have a person like that, or that's what you've left behind. And you're going to be comparing these. But you do have a very masculine person here. Somebody who would never dream of that. Yeah, you've got a person who, I think you're going to connect with the right person. But like I say, just, through friends and colleagues, online dating, often I do see people. You actually might connect, and the person you connect with, you're going to fit in each other's worlds. That's the thing, with each other's social circle. But now I do see an energy of someone being left behind. Yeah, because it's all about the necessary steps, and you're going to pay attention to the red flags, because I do think you have someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart. And it is about yourself. See, it's giving gifts or just sharing. Sharing each other, sharing your feelings, emotions, just a little at a time, like a little test. Yeah. Just a little bit at a time, not too much, too fast. But this is the energy. And I do feel, I wouldn't be surprised if this person up here, but, and this could just be the first person who comes in. See, just the person who works too much or not a priority, or they don't put any effort. They're looking out for themselves. They only care about self. Because I do feel like you got someone who's kind of selfish here, and they are someone who doesn't want to give anything. So watch for those red flags too. But I feel like you're leaving this person behind. Yeah, somebody who's it's about the people who are emotionally unavailable. And not everybody shares their feelings right away, so I do feel like you have to be patient with some. And other people will show feelings by spoiling you, giving you gifts. Some people might be over the top too. So you got pretty much every sign here. I didn't see much air signs here, but I definitely see a lot of fire and some water here. Take care. See you soon.